Hi everyone, this is HM&S video number 52 and you are most welcome for it. From HM&S video number 39, we have gone through different lookup functions in Excel. We have looked at how to use the lookup function, the Vlookup function, the HLOOKUP function, the match function, the XMatch function, the choose function, the switch function, and the index function. Today we want to look at one of the most important lookup functions that puts all those lookup functions together, the XLOOKUP function. The XLOOKUP function can do what all those lookup functions can do, and it can do very many things. Let's switch on to Excel and we dive deeper into how to use the XLOOKUP function. Now here we have this table. It has the name, the gender, the year in, the age, the department, and the salary. Now what we're going to do here, we're going to come to this table, and on this cell, we're going to use the XLOOKUP function to look up the name which is selected from this cell here. And we want the XLOOKUP function to give us the department and the salary of the name selected from this cell here. So I'm going to click on this cell and do equals to XLOOKUP. Now when I see it highlighted in blue, I'm going to hit tab to select it. The XLOOKUP function has all these arguments here. Now for the first argument here, it needs the lookup value. So our lookup value is going to be whatever name is selected from this cell here. So I'm going to click on this cell here. Now since I'm going to copy my formula to the right, I'm going to lock this cell using the F4 key so that when I copy my formula, the lookup value remains the same. That means this cell reference will not move when I copy my formula to the right. So I'm going to type comma to go to the next argument, which is the lookup array. Since we are looking up the name which is selected from this cell here, our lookup array is going to be these names here, the array of these names. So I'm going to highlight these names here like this. And since I'm going to copy my formula to the side, I want the lookup array also to remain the same when I copy my formula to the side. So I'm going to hit the F4 key to lock it. Now I'm going to type comma to go to the next argument, which is the returned array. Now the returned array is what you want to return to this cell here, and that's the department. So I'm going to come to this table here and then highlight these departments like this. Now this one, since I want it to move to salary when I copy my formula to the side, I'm not going to lock it. So I'm simply going to close my bracket like this. When I control enter, you can see this one is working very well. And when I copy my formula to the side, you can also see it has picked the salary very well. As you can see, when I come here and double click, you can see it has gone to salary very well. And our lookup value is actually okay. So it's actually working very well. Now I want you to realize something. On HM&S video number 39, we did the same example using Vlookup and match function. This is the result. You can see we did it using Vlookup and match function. And you can see how complex it was to construct this formula. Escape. When I compare it to this one here, you can see just 3 arguments, but we are getting the same results. Now when I come here, click here, let's change this to Kenyatta. Then come here, change this to Kenyatta. You can see we are getting the same result for the two, and it's actually working very well. So that's how powerful is the XLOOKUP function compared to Vlookup and match function. So let's scroll down for our second example. Now here I have this table which is showing students' exam positions. These are the positions and these are the names of the students. We want to come to this small table here, and on this cell, we want to use the XLOOKUP function to look up the position from this cell here and return the name of the student on this cell here. So I'm going to click on this cell and do equals to XLOOKUP. When I see it highlighted in blue, I'm going to hit tab to select it. Our lookup value is going to be the position from this cell here. So I'm going to click on this position. I'm not going to lock it because I'm not going to copy my formula anywhere. And then comma. Now the lookup array, since we are looking up the position, the lookup array is going to be these positions here. So comma. Now the returned array is what we want to return to this particular cell here, which is the name of the students. So I'm going to highlight these names here like this. Now on our last example, we use all of these 3 arguments here. But as you can see, the XLOOKUP function has all these other arguments here. So I'm going to type comma to go to if not found. Now this if not found argument is used when you want to display something in case XLOOKUP function did not find the lookup value among the lookup array. Like for example, let's say if the lookup value is not found among the lookup array, we want the XLOOKUP function to display for us not on the top 10. So on the if not found argument, we're going to type not on the top 10. But as you remember from our previous video, anytime you're typing a text in a formula, you need to type it in double quotes. So I'm going to open quotation and type not on top 10. And then I'm going to close my quotation. Now that one is on the if not found argument. Now the XLOOKUP function does exact match lookup by default. That's why we are first going to take the default for these two arguments. We shall see them later on. So I'm going to close my bracket. And when I hit enter, you can see the student on position 2 is John. We can even see from this table here. But when I come here and type 6, when I hit enter, you can see on position 6, we have Agnes. When I come here and type 3, when I hit enter, you can see 3 is Elizabeth. Now let's test by typing something which is not on this lookup array here. Our lookup array is from 1 up to 10. But when I come here and type something else like 11, and when I hit enter, you can see it's displaying for us not on top 10. That's what we have put on the if not found argument, this one here. That's what it's displaying. So I'm going to hit escape. Now let's scroll down and we see our next example. We have the same table here, but this time around the position is not in order. Not only that, we have some ties. Like for example, on position 1, we have Tom and Peter. They are tied in position 1. Then in position 5, we have Jerry and Shamim. So some people are having the same position. So let's click on this cell and do equals to XLOOKUP, tab to select it. The lookup value is still going to be our position. So I'm going to click on this cell here, comma. The lookup array is going to be our positions, these positions here, comma. The returned array is of course going to be our names. So I'm going to highlight these names like this. And then comma. I'm not going to put anything on the if not found argument. So I'm going to hit comma to go to the next argument. Now I told you the XLOOKUP function does exact match lookup by default. So you can leave the match mode argument out as we have been doing it for the previous two examples. Or you can come to it, then you select 0 or exact match. So I'm going to select it using tab. But there's this last argument here called the search mode. When I type comma, you can come to the search mode. And this search mode has all these options here. By default, it search first to last. So we have been doing searching first to last. That means the XLOOKUP function starts searching from the first one here. Then it goes on like that. But there is also this second option here, -1 or search last to first. That means the XLOOKUP is going to start searching from the last one here. Then it goes to the first one. Now what I'm meaning by searching last to first is like this. When the XLOOKUP function is going to search, it's going to start our search from down or from the last one here, then it goes to the first one like that. Actually, let's select search last to first and we see what we are meaning by that. So I'm going to down arrow to select -1 or search last to first, tab to select it and it will put for me -1 there. So when I close my bracket, currently my position is position number 3, but when I hit enter, you can see position number 3 is John, as you can see from here. Now when I come here and type, let's type a position that's having a tie, like for example 1. When I type here 1 and hit enter, now you can see instead of giving us the first one here, which is Tom, it's actually giving us Peter. The reason why it's giving us Peter, not Tom, is because Peter and Tom, they are all having the same position, but Peter is the last one on our table. Now since we have told XLOOKUP to start searching from last to first, so it's starting to search from the last one here and finding the first position 1, which is Peter. That's why it's displaying for us Peter. We also have position 5 here, which is Jerry, and also another position 5 here, which is Shamim. So when we come here and we type 5, remember we are searching last to first. So when I hit enter, it's going to find Shamim instead of Jerry because it's starting to search from the last one and the last one here is Shamim. So that's how search first to last and search last to first works. Now let's scroll down and we see one more example. Now here we have the same table, but this time around it's set horizontally. Now when your table is set horizontally like this, you can use HLOOKUP to look up the values you want. But also XLOOKUP can do both HLOOKUP and Vlookup. So let's see how we can also look up horizontal table like this using XLOOKUP. So I'm going to click on this cell here and do equals to XLOOKUP, tab to select it. The lookup value is going to be our position, so I'm going to click on this position here, and then comma. The lookup array is going to be this position here since we are looking at position, and then comma, and then the returned array is going to be the names. You simply need to highlight just like this, and then when I close my bracket and hit enter, you can see it's actually working very well. Come here, 4, enter, you can see 4 is Jerry, so it's actually working very well. So XLOOKUP can work whether your data set is set vertically or horizontally. Yeah, that is it for this particular video here. Now, XLOOKUP is only found in Office 365. If you don't have Office 365, you will not find XLOOKUP among the list of your functions. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, and if you found this video interesting, give it a like and then you share it with your friends. This is a playlist that's having all the videos about lookup functions that we have talked about. You can click on it, then you go and watch it. Until next video, HM&S video number 53, then we meet again. Thank you.